Are you holding a grievance or a resentment towards someone? Is there somebody that you cannot forgive? Are you mad at someone? This can keep you in a state of resistance. When we are in a state of resistance, we are not open. Our body is stressed. It causes inflammation. Anger is like fire in the veins. It can hold us back from everything we want, not just health, wellness, peace, and freedom, but truly getting where we want in life. It puts up this block, this energetic block. Have you ever been around someone? It's like, I don't know what it is about that person. I just, their energy seems off. It's not specific. How are we blocking ourselves by the grievances, the resentments, the anger, and the unforgiveness that we're holding for others or for ourselves? I'm Carla Elizondo. Welcome to Inside Talk Show. We're continuing the reading of Dr. Joseph Murphy's book, The Miracles of Your Mind. We are still on chapter 1. And he continues on this topic. He says, if you want a healing, for example, get silent, relax, breathe easy, immobilize your attention. Think of the healing power within your subconscious mind. Think of the healing power within your subconscious mind. This is that infinite intelligence. This is that intelligence that is beyond our knowing. This is that intelligence, the subconscious mind that runs our systems, blinks our eyes, digests our food, breathes. So think of the healing power of your subconscious mind. Affirm that the organ of your body is healing now. As you do that, there must be no resentment or bitterness in your heart. You must forgive everyone. I'm a student of A Course in Miracles, and it says, forgive everyone for everything always. And at first you're like, what? I don't want to forgive everyone for everything always. Heck no. But what's the option? Holding on to that grievance, the anger, and the resentment, that takes energy. When people say forgiveness is not for the other person, it's for you, it truly is for you. You're the only one holding them in prison. When you hold people in prison, in anger, resentment, hurt, they did this to me, they said this, they're being mean, they're being rude. Okay, so you put them in this prison in your heart of hearts because it's emotionally fueled. So they're in this prison. Well, who's the guard? Who has to stand guard and make sure that they don't get off the hook? You are. And in real life, they're running free. They probably don't even know they pissed you off. They're living their best life, eating popcorn, watching Netflix. You're the only one suffering. We must release. And back to A Course in Miracles, it says, forgive everyone for everything always. And that goes so counter to our ego and our pride because we're like, I don't want to let that go. That means they got away with it. That only exists in our mind. We have to completely let go. Okay, so if you want a healing, for example, get silent, relax, breathe easily, immobilize your attention. Think of the healing power with your subconscious mind. Affirm that the organ of your body is healing now. As you do that, there must be no resentment or bitterness in your heart. You must forgive everyone for everything always. You can repeat this healing process 3 or 4 times daily. Remember that your subconscious mind made the body. The subconscious mind is that power that grows our nails, that grows our hair, regenerates our skin. It makes our body, our actual physical body. The subconscious mind made the body and it can heal it also. Dr. Joe Dispenza has so many wonderful books and meditations. One of the books that really transformed my life is Becoming Supernatural. He talks about, and if you're familiar with him, you know the story of how he had a serious bike accident that completely ruined his back, and the prognosis was quite grim. He was going to be paralyzed, paraplegic. He wasn't going to ever be able to walk again. The surgeries that they wanted to give him were pretty intense and would lead for a lifetime of true struggle. But he was a physician. He was a chiropractor, I think, and then he went back and became an MD, or maybe he was already an MD, I don't know. But he tapped into the power of his subconscious mind to heal his body through this process. And I know it can seem for some people, but hey, results don't lie. So you can repeat this healing process 3 or 4 times daily. Remember that your subconscious mind made the body and it can heal it also. People are constantly affirming the healing of an organ or part of their body. Then 10 or 15 minutes afterward, they say, oh, I'm getting worse. I'll never be healed. I'm incurable. This mental attitude or negative statements neutralize the previous positive affirmation. This truly is about faith. It's about belief. It's about what we're focusing on. Are you focusing on healing, happiness, peace, and freedom? Or are you focused on sickness, hopelessness? And remember, that is what permeates. That's kind of what's in our world right now. It's always been like this since the beginning of time, because remember, that old brain of ours is always looking for problems, trying to solve problems, seeing for what's wrong, dangers, threats to keep us safe. But we cannot live from that brain. That's our animal brain. That's our lower 5 senses. See, hear, smell, taste, touch. Squirrel, lion, that person's gonna screw me over. They're cheating on me. Like, we cannot live from our 5 senses. We have to live from our higher faculties, our intellectual faculties. Are you living from the outside, the 5 senses in, and letting that dictate your life? Because that's a nightmare, unless you live in some paradise. Or are you living from the inside, the 6 higher faculties, out, creating? It's so wonderful to be reminded of these things, and we must be reminded daily, because we are being reminded daily of all the atrocious, negative, pessimistic things that are happening. And yeah, they're true. They're both true. But what are we focusing on? Check in with how you feel. There was a great saying this morning, always be pumping yourself full of stuff. But it was, people say, well, don't be so silly. You have your head in the clouds. Be realistic. Be realistic. What is realistic? Well, realistic is what's here, what's now, what's seen, what's manifested already in this physical world. But that reality, that realism, realistic, where did that come from? Where does anything come from? Anything that is in physical manifested form, complete and done, this Apple Pencil, this iPad pencil, right? Where did this come from? Well, you can say, well, it was a machine, Carla, it's plastic, it's made of all kinds of things. But where did that come from? It was first, if we trail it back, it was an idea in someone's mind. It was in the unseen. Then it became seen through many series of actions taken, inspired actions. So instead of, and this is the quote that I was talking about, don't face reality. Don't face reality. Create reality. Are you facing reality, or are you creating reality? Because remember, reality is only the manifestation, the receipt for what we have been getting emotionally involved in. And if we are seeing the results that are atrocious and crappy and pessimistic, is just a direct indication that we have been emotionally involved in those types of things. When you study this stuff, when you're in it, when you see people, when you talk to people daily, you see patterns. It's like, oh, this is not a theory. It's experience. I used to just listen to other people and go off theories. And some people, they really weren't even, they had no experience. They talked like they did, but they just talked theoretically. But when you have experience, it's so different. It's like when a mother gives birth, it's one thing to read a book about what labor is going to be like, but it's another thing to push a baby between your legs. That is theory and experience. Experience trumps theory, always. So let's finish this up. Okay. People are constantly affirming that they want to be healed, that they want this thing. But then a couple minutes later, it reverts back to that programming, what they're emotionally involved with. This is never going to happen. I'm not going to heal. It's not for me. Face reality. Get real. That's just fanciful, wishful thinking. Oh, silly me. And then they go back to living their crappy lives and feeling like poop. It says, if a surgeon operated on you, cut out your appendix, and in the next few minutes ran back and opened you up again to see how you were getting along, then a half hour later ran back to open you up again, he would probably kill you by poison. You kill or prevent your healing by using negative statements. You kill or prevent your healing by using negative statements. You kill or prevent relationships by thinking negative things. What is your mental diet? How do you think of other people, friends, family, lovers, your kids? What are the results? What is the health? How would you rate those relationships on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, 1 being the worst? Well, what's causing those results? Do you want to change them? There's another way to live. There is a subconscious mind within you. You should learn how to use it. And in the same manner as a man learns to use electricity. It's so true. Mind power is just like electricity. It's impersonal, but very powerful. I remember Bobo used to say, electricity, a microwave. He says, electricity, well, a microwave, electricity can cook a man's food, but it can also cook a man. Electricity is powerful. And it always works from a higher level to a lower level. And the level with which the container that electricity comes through, the container can never handle more than what the electricity is, the voltage coming through, because it'll burst. So think of yourself. I want you to think of yourself as a light bulb. Say you start off as a 40-watt bulb, but electricity is infinite, right? As far as we know, we can lightning, hello, we could bust out atomic bombs. Ooh, the power. Light. You're a 30-watt, 40-watt light bulb. Well, only 40 watts is going to be able to come out of you. That's what you will, the 40-watt light bulb, that's what it'll emit. But if you want to grow bigger, you get it to a 60-watt. Now 60 watts of electricity and energy can come through you. You want to get bigger, 100, 1,000 kilowatts, gigawatts. I don't know. I'm ignorant to that kind of stuff. But this unseen electric force is put into whatever vessel, machine, thing, and then it can express that. But it is the electricity, the all-powerful, infinite electric power energy is limited to the source in which it provides. So ask yourself, how much are you open? How much are you letting in of this great power that is flowing to and through you? Look at your life, look at your results. That is an indication of how much you're letting in, how much you understand it, your ignorance of it, or your knowledge of it. That's a whole another analogy, but I hope that made sense. I think we're at 216 subscribers. I don't know, yesterday we were at 213, 214, or maybe 202. I don't remember. This is just growing every single follower count. Or subscriber, I think, on YouTube. So I appreciate everybody. Thank you for your love and support. Share this, thumbs up, pass it along to anybody you think would like it. And we will continue keeping on. Daily posts Monday through Friday. Follow me on Instagram at Inside Talk Show. And I look forward to seeing you on Monday.